Hi there, welcome back to this YouTube channel. If you're new here, warm welcome. And to the returning subscribers, I say welcome back. Today is another episode of Life as a Young Adult. I'll be answering a question that you've been asking for a long time. Yes, this is actually one of the most common asked question as a young adult. There is that place of what am I here to do? There's always that time, there's always that moment that you're thinking, why am I even here? What am I even here to do? And that is why I am also here to answer the question in your heart. And sometimes you even ask the question, maybe in a webinar, in a gathering, how do I know my purpose? Yes. How do I know my purpose? How do I know what I'm here to do? And yes, I'm not here to tell you this is the ABC of how to know your purpose. I am just here to guide you and to give answer to your question. So this is one thing that I've get to learn over the time, that you actually don't know your full purpose on a go. Yes, you don't know it on a go, especially if you want more. And because God is also not limited, it makes you not to get the full picture on a go. It's actually not going to tell you this is all what I want to do with you. If you actually want to live a purposeful life, what should you do? First thing, obedience. Like, I've get to know that obedience is the best way. Look at the life of Abraham. He totally obeyed God through his journey. He did not know this is what God wanted to do with him when God asked him to leave his father's house, his land, his brethren, his people, his family. So when God actually tell him to leave there, he did not know the full picture of what God wants to do with him. So let's just bring it to our today's word. So you are here in your father's house, maybe with your friends, with a lot of people that you know, and like you are already familiar to this place, and God just tell you, leave this place. And he's not even telling you this is where I'm taking you to. He's telling you that, like, just leave. He's going to show you. So definitely is, as it is, an unknown land. But then it's not about even the land. It's God taking him through process. Assuming Abraham already know then that this is what God wants to do with him. Like, it wants to make him a father of faith. It wants to make him it wants to give him the word. It wants to give him the nation. It wants to give him the children till the ends of the earth. It probably might have even relaxed. But then one thing I learned, that God didn't show him all these things. Why? Because he wants to also build something in him. What is the thing he wants to build with him? He wants to build his faith. He wants to earn his love to himself. That complete obedience, that's like promptness obedience, that life of surrendering totally to him, that life of, like, when he say go, now it is time to go. When he says do, now it is time to do. Like, Abraham literally walked the walk of faith. He actually don't know that he's going to become the father of faith. He was just walking through that, things he needs to do, where he needs to go, how he needs to do things, and all. So this actually earned him the father of faith, like the one we are now looking up to today. And also for the fact that the lineage of Jesus was traced to him. Like, what he lived for was to bet that purpose through, which he did not know when God asked him to leave his father's house. But if he hadn't obeyed and even walked through every step God has asked him to walk. And this is it. You think your purpose, this is how to find your purpose, and this is how to go about your purpose, that you have to sleep and God has to speak to you in a vision, or you have to, yeah, I'm going to be a pastor, I'm going to be an apostle, I'm called to children church, I'm this, I'm that, I'm called to, like, just give it a name. But God is saying that I actually want you to walk through every instructions I am going to be giving you. So then your purpose begins to reveal itself, not because is not giving name to it, because you are now living to the reason why God has created you. And how did this happen? God has created you for a purpose. He owns your manual at hand. He knows why He created you. He knows what He created you for. And no one best can walk you through life aside from God, because He knows actually why you are here. He knows the instruction to give you per time and per season. And you're walking through your purpose, you knowing your purpose, you're walking through your purpose is you obeying to that instruction. Don't pressure yourself to the extent that you now box what God wants to do with you. You that God is still taking through life and directions that you should go. You already want to quickly give a name to what God is doing. Abraham did not end the father of faith at instant obedience. It takes a process before he could end that name. And even if you've been given a name now, I want you to know that there is even much more. So it's not about just I need to know it all. God's purpose for your life is a process. As you grow, as you hunger for more, as you obey and all, that is how much it grows. Because sometimes we box God because we want to give a name to it, we want to give a time to it, we want to give a place to it and all. But I just want to tell you that as a young person and you're thinking, why am I here? You are here, one, because God wants you here. And there is an instruction He's giving you. But are you obeying? In obedience of every instruction that is giving you and doing what He asks you to do, your purpose lies in. In fact, Abraham did not know why God asked him to take Isaac on the mountain and to kill him until he obeys. And then the reason was being made known. So don't box yourself. Submit yourself under the obedience of God. God, what will you have me to do? And doing it also is very, very important. And by then, it begins to reveal, it becomes clearer. There is still more ahead. There is still more you need to do. So that you are already doing something now also doesn't mean there is no more. What is my purpose? What is God asking you to do? It could be, it might not be in church sector. It might be in even in the marketplace and all, but then what is God asking you to do? So I hope this help, and I hope you are not just listening to this, but also going back to reflect. What are the things God has asked you to do? What are the things He has put in your heart to do? So you might even need to rewatch this till you get what you need to get. If you've not liked this video, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you share this video with someone. I am rooting for you as a young adult. Yeah, see you in the next video, and bye.